Hello, everyone, and welcome to Gemma's Window, right here for your October 2020 reading. If you are a power year number 6, if you followed the calculations in the box below, or jumped onto my website at gemmaswindow@gmail.com and concluded you're a power year number 6, then you are at the right place. 6s, you only have to calculate your power year number once for the entire year of 2020. Your monthly numbers change, and that's where I come in. So 6s, your October is the month of 7. Now, 7 is about kind of standing still, taking a step back from a situation and thinking before speaking. 7 is the truth finder and the truth seeker, and there may be a situation that has jolted you in your life, or it's not jolting you at all, but you would like to get to the bottom of, am I supposed to be here? Is this relationship really for me? Do I believe my boss when they tell me they really like me and they're looking to promote me? Am I really fulfilling the goals that I had set for myself years ago? That's the truth seeker of 7. It's also very spiritual, so you may have a spiritual experience in this month of October where you actually do see a past relative that's deceased, and it answers some questions for you. Your year of 6 is a big year of relationship. It's the biggest year of relationship. It can be a year you meet someone that's the right person for you, a year where you commit, a year where you move forward with home and hearth. That's the 6, the nurturing and taking care of family. It's the year of, I've given this much, is anybody else going to do anything? Or vice versa, I haven't done anything, maybe I ought to contribute to something. Let's start with business, okay? And I'll be going over these things to refresh your memory as we go as to what your numbers mean as far as your monthly reading. We're going to do business, we're going to do love, then we're going to answer any question that you have. So first off, let's start with our 6s who are working, and what is the situation that they can expect at the workplace this month of October. I want to remind you, 6s, that anything that is said in this reading is for you. Even if you've come on to 6, you're not really a 6, you made a mistake, and you listen to it, it's meant for your ears. So I divide things up to make them more specific and interesting. But if romance sounds more like your life at work, and work sounds more like your romance, then it's applicable. This is general, and here we go. Now, for 6s who are at the workplace, you have got some very, very nice cards here. You've got that you're really taken quite seriously, or perhaps have just finally got the right team, the right boss, the right partner, the right job, the right company. Something is working for you, and you've got everything possible going for you. And that includes home and family life potential too, or finding that right house. My goodness. What you're moving into is a very, very, very busy time. So in this month of 7, it's meant to be more of a sit back and relax kind of month. And you very well may have that. And then at the end, as you're going into a month of 8, it turns into like this, oh my gosh, I don't know which way to go first. I don't know whether I can take days off to help, out at home. I don't know whether I should. I don't know where my focus should be. So I feel like you're going to have a lot on your plate juggling with all of the commitments that you have. That is a part of the year of 6, is that you're doing all this juggling. Is it time to delegate? Is it time to say no? When this frenzy acts up, now maybe it does act up in your month of 7, because maybe technically the month is about, taking in a breath and kind of stepping back. But let's say it's about your learning to say no so that you're able to do that and you're able to decompress and you're able to say, I would love to, but I can't. That's going to be your challenge for right now. I don't feel that it's about it is about the opportunities or issues, but it's also about how are you going to handle it and balance everything in your life for this month of October. It's a very, very nice reading. The power is all yours very easily, I can see. Let's shuffle the cards and let's look for sixes who are looking for work, or maybe you are working and you've put out some feelers or applications for another job. And again, all words are for sixes. Let's take a look though. I'm going to divide it anyway. And take a look for sixes who are looking for work in this month of October. Nice major arcana card there. Oh, another nice major arcana card there. It's showing, and it makes sense that you are off to a new adventure, that there is indeed a conclusion to what you've been doing, or a need to want to be doing what you've been doing. So if you got laid off, if you got let go, if you got furloughed, yes, that's applicable. If you yourself aren't into it anymore, you feel like your body is there online or at the office, but your mind is not, that is applicable. You're going, it's an expression I call is going under, and it's like when you've really got not too much to say to other people, or not too much positive information to give to other people, and you kind of go under and not want to talk a lot about it, and not want to confess to everybody what you're feeling or even what happened. And that's the card I have you going into, and it's just where you just want to keep it on the up and up. Hi, how are you? Good. And keep on moving. And that is the suggestion for some of you for this month of 7. It happens to be a 7 card, and you are in the month of 7, where it's just keep it nice. Just keep it nice to keep the questions at bay while you're figuring out what you want to do and how you want to go forward. You may not even mention to people you're getting laid off in a month, or that you have gotten laid off, if it's at all possible. You just may want to keep options to yourself for this month as best you can, while you figure out what's this new journey that I want. And indeed, that card is here. It's the Fool card, and it means you're antsy to stick your neck out. You're antsy to try something new. You're antsy to take a risk, perhaps within where you are, and completely change departments. But you're keeping it under the wraps to everybody all month. You certainly may have talked to HR, but you're keeping it under wraps for the most part about this metamorphosis or this change of some kind that you'd like to do. And it's very appropriate in this month of October that you do that. Next month, in November, you're going into the month of 8, and that will be your month of potential financial success. You will find out next month, is it going to come through? Is it going to happen? Will the raise come through? Will the better job come through? 8 is a karmic number, so you could have a reverse. You could have it's not coming through at all because it's not meant to. So do keep that in mind about when you're at your risk taking. That was the wrong deck. Let me get your next deck, the relationship deck, 6s, and this is going to be interesting because it's a heavy-duty relationship year for you. All right, I just messed up my shuffling. And we're going to shuffle these cards as soon as I get them in order. Too many cards. Like if one or two fall out, that's significant. But if a blob just flipped. All right, here we go. And we're going to take a look at sixes who are in a relationship at this time. Sixes who are in a relationship. Here we go. Okay. Okay, so you're in this month of 7, and it's a month where you may have put a request in about something that you wanted, and you may have done it 3 months ago. You may have done it yesterday, but you are waiting. You are waiting and trying to be patient about waiting. And the suggestion to you is to be patient about waiting. Let the other person get up to speed. Let the other person absorb and think about what you want. And there's an element here of emotion where you don't feel so great. You're not feeling so great about it in the relationship. Or maybe it hasn't even happened yet in this month of October, where you might feel like you're like kind of pushing somebody towards something or influencing someone towards something, and you want to know what they really think. But the cards here are saying they don't know what they really think, and so they're kind of following your lead. So you've got this a little bit of, emotion of, did I? But I'm not really getting that from the cards. I'm getting that maybe you're just kind of being yourself, and maybe the other person isn't like you in various areas in the relationship. And I feel like what you opt to do is move forward and do what you want anyway without them in tow. So, some things we can think of that you're going to join a class that you wanted them to join with you. Okay, that's a no-brainer. You say, well, I don't want it to fill up. I want to take it, so I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. Like something like that is one thing. And then you've got where you wanted to schedule a weekend away, and there's kind of you're thinking to yourself, well, I don't want to go by myself, or there kind of isn't any point. Well, I feel like in that case you may schedule it under the knowledge that you can cancel to a certain date and get a full refund. I feel like there's something along these lines, whatever your situation is, where you go ahead and pursue something anyway, quietly, and let them know they can do whatever they wish, because you are feeling bad about whatever this push is that you were trying to do. That's for those of you in relationship. It could certainly be reflective of any relationship too. So this is a relationship year. So this could be this could be talking about you and your best friend. I'm shuffling these cards now because I want to take a look at sixes who are looking for love, and I want to see what's happening in your October of 7. I'm just trying to get these cards apart. Okay. Pages. So pages are about news coming in and out of your life, and you've got 2 of them. So I feel like you're not sure who to believe or who to go with or who to pursue in this month of 7. And it is a stand back and wait and see kind of month, and see who comes through for you. But I would suggest to you that try to keep your lines of communication open with who you trust and who you even trust less, because it just seems to me like there could be some unpleasantness happening in the month where if you stop talking to one person, if they have any kind of contact over you, your life, and your friends, they could start planting some unpleasant seeds about you, and then you're unsure. It's that old saying, keep your friends close and keep your enemies closer. Right now in this month, sixes, generally, I don't know who you're meant to trust when it comes to people. People, friends, lovers, people who know you, who can relay some of your personal information back to someone else. And that's the old-fashioned days when we hang around with a group of people. And one person sees you on Tuesday, and then they see somebody else on Wednesday, and they mention and tweak a little bit about what you said on Tuesday. It's the good old-fashioned circle of misinformation and dialogue, and people misconstruing things, and even you misconstruing things of what others are saying, and you starting turmoil over nothing or inadequate information. There is one little piece of advice here, and that is to have faith in who you have trusted and who you have known longer, and who you have, and even if it's not that you've known them longer, you have known more situations where they were honest or you felt they were. Don't rule them out of the picture. That's something that is stated. I just feel like there's a mix-up of some kind, and to hang in there until you get the truth. And if it's possible not to start a fight or discussion until November, then that's information too, to take a thought about doing that as well. Sixes, it seems to be about this waiting, watching, delegating going on for you. Seems like an emotional month for you. Let's take a look at any question that you have. Again, feel free to ask about work, ask about love again, that's fine. Let's take a look at what's the best that we can expect for our sixes in this month of October for any question that they have. Now, interestingly, I'm pulling out a couple of cards we've already seen for you, and there seems to be this person, and this card this card technically in a reading for me would represent a person that has been in your life for many, many years, or achievements that you've made in your life and achieved a lot when you look back over the years. You've had a lot of experience in something. You have a strong background in something, or maybe you've had a friend that's been around for a long time, or you've been in a relationship where you've gone through so much, or you're in a professional relationship where you've been working with a lawyer who knows so much already of a situation, or a doctor, or your mother. But I find you in this place of dissatisfaction. Now, the cards want you to know that you really do have this situation under control. You really do have a good knowledge base or sources to get the knowledge that you need to answer the questions that you have. The dissatisfaction is within yourself, and you're in this month of 7, and you're trying to get to the truth of something or the bottom of something, and you're kind of hanging out waiting. And the card that I have coming up into being is, again, that guilty or emotional card, and it is your energy. And I just feel like you're not ready to push yet. You're not ready to push. And maybe you're having other people say, don't you think it's time to ask some questions? Don't you think it's time to push? And only you know inside of, yes, maybe it is. And maybe I'd like to. But I'm getting the vibes from the other person that it isn't the best time. That is a possibility in your month of 7. So you have to, quote unquote, know when to hold them, and know when to show your cards, and know when not to. And I do feel like you're in a little bit of a holding pattern for this month in reference to something that has a history to it, has an element of time attached to it or knowledge attached to it, and you just can't get to the bottom of it yet. Wow. Okay, sixes, that's what we've got for you today here at Gemma's Window. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And if you'd like to jump onto my website at gemmaswindow@gmail.com, I'd love to see you there. Okie dokie. All right, sixes, see you next time. Bye for now.